Dear viewers, this is facing a week full of upheaval, with the most powerful weather signals since the beginning of autumn. Two large-scale storms are moving one after another across U.S. territory. While from the north, a very strong cold air mass is preparing to surge southward, bringing temperature drops of up to 15 to 20 degrees Celsius in many areas. At the same time, the Caribbean Sea, usually calm at the end of the season, is heating up, signaling the possible formation of a new tropical storm, which could be named Melissa in the coming days. All these developments are happening within a single week, creating a complex and challenging weather picture for meteorological agencies. From the Rocky Mountains to the East Coast, from the vast Great Plains to the Gulf of Mexico, no place is entirely peaceful. Currently, satellite imagery and national radar show two large storm systems simultaneously active over the United States. The first storm, a deep low-pressure system centered over New York, Pennsylvania, and Vermont, is moving out toward the Atlantic Ocean. Over the past 48 hours, this system has caused dozens of severe thunderstorms, with many areas recording wind gusts over 100 kilometers per hour, accompanied by heavy rain and 3 confirmed tornado reports in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and western New York. Experts from NOAA stated that this was the result of a negatively tilted trough combined with strong upper-level winds, forming a strong mid-level cyclone. As the system moves offshore, the post-frontal winds from the northwest will strengthen, pulling down cold air and causing all of New England to shift to early winter conditions. In Boston, midday temperatures have dropped to around 12 degrees Celsius, nearly 10 degrees below the long-term average. At the same time, another low-pressure system is forming over the Dakotas and Montana, rapidly developing under a strong upper-level jet stream. This is the second storm that meteorologists are closely monitoring, according to GFS and ECMWF models. This system will move northeast over the next 48 hours, passing through Minnesota, Wisconsin, and gradually approaching the Great Lakes region. The direct impacts include widespread winds of 60 to 90 kilometers per hour across the Midwest, early season snowfall in northern states, a sign that winter has arrived earlier than expected, and the potential for severe thunderstorms along the southern edge of the system, where warm, moist Gulf air is being drawn northward and collides with the cold front. Weather agencies have already issued wind advisories and freeze watches for at least 12 states from Kansas to Michigan. According to the latest NOAA data, a cold air mass originating from northern Manitoba, Canada, is rapidly moving southward. Temperatures in this air mass at 850 hectopascals are around -5 to -8 degrees Celsius, equivalent to midwinter conditions. When this air mass crosses into the U.S. tomorrow night, it will completely reshape the continent's temperature pattern. From Monday night through Tuesday morning, central and northern states such as Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Nebraska will see daytime highs fall to 7 to 10 degrees Celsius and nighttime lows below 3 degrees Celsius. Many areas in central Minnesota could record the first sub-freezing readings of the fall season. Farther south, the cold air will also extend deeply. In Oklahoma City, temperatures are forecast to drop from 34 degrees Celsius today to just 18 degrees Celsius by midweek. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, Georgia, and Birmingham, Alabama, early morning lows of 10 degrees Celsius will be rare for October. This rapid transition from hot to cold not only affects public health but also triggers strong atmospheric instability, increasing the potential for severe thunderstorm outbreaks during this seasonal change. As the cold air crosses the Rockies and collides with warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico, a strong convergence zone will form across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri starting Thursday night. According to the Storm Prediction Center, SPC, these states will face risks of severe thunderstorms, including damaging winds, large hail, and scattered tornadoes. On Thursday, a line of storms will develop along the Texas-Oklahoma border, expanding into Arkansas and Kansas. By Friday, the risk zone shifts eastward, covering the Dixie Alley region, including Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee. Over the weekend, the system moves east-southeast, impacting the Appalachians and Tennessee Valley. Areas under the enhanced risk alert should prepare safe shelter plans. Airports in Dallas, Little Rock, Memphis, and Jackson are expected to experience disruptions due to strong winds and frequent lightning. After the storms pass, the entire United States will enter the deepest temperature plunge since the start of fall. GFS data shows the 0 degrees Celsius isotherm at 850 hectopascals extending as far south as Arkansas. While the 10 degrees Celsius line dips deep into southern Texas, the Great Plains states such as Nebraska, South Dakota, and North Dakota will experience the earliest cold, with many places dropping below -1 degree Celsius by early Wednesday morning. Accompanied by thick frost, the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley regions will maintain highs of 5 to 9 degrees Celsius, with cloudy skies and strong northwest winds. Meanwhile, southeastern states like Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas won't be as cold but will clearly feel the early winter chill with lows of 10 to 12 degrees Celsius. Meteorologists believe this is just the opening act of a series of cold waves expected in November as a weak La Niña begins to form, amplifying the polar jet stream and increasing the frequency of deep cold outbreaks. Strong winds and sharp temperature drops will not only impact agriculture but also threaten transportation systems. Airlines in Chicago, Detroit, and Minneapolis have issued advisories for possible delays or cancellations due to gusty winds and early icing. Interstate highways I-35 and I-90 are deemed dangerous for smaller vehicles, especially trucks crossing open plains. In farming regions, residents are advised to harvest corn and soybeans early, as the cold wave could damage remaining crops. While the U.S. mainland braces for storms and cold, the Caribbean Sea is drawing serious attention. A tropical disturbance has just appeared south of Jamaica, slowly moving northwestward, according to the National Hurricane Center, NHC. This area currently has a 70% chance of development within 7 days and is likely to become the next tropical storm, Melissa. The atmospheric conditions here are highly favorable. Sea surface temperatures above 30 degrees Celsius. Thick mid-level humidity, little Saharan dust, and upper-level wind shear much weaker than earlier in the month. Forecast models suggest this system may move northeastward, crossing Cuba and into the Atlantic, becoming an offshore hurricane with no direct U.S. impact. However, there remains a small chance that if it develops more slowly, it could move westward into the western Caribbean, strengthen, and head toward the Yucatan Peninsula or the Gulf of Mexico, in which case Florida's Panhandle, Louisiana, or Texas should monitor closely. ECMWF ensemble models also agree that by the end of the week, a tropical depression or Category 1 to 2 hurricane could form in the western Caribbean. Tracking north-northeast, detailed forecasts indicate Jamaica and the Cayman Islands may receive 100 to 150 millimeters of rain and 60 to 70 kilometers per hour wind gusts by midweek. Cuba, especially its eastern and central regions, will be directly affected by the system's circulation. With heavy to very heavy rainfall, Haiti and Puerto Rico will see moderate to heavy rain with flash flood risks in mountainous areas, and the Yucatan Peninsula and Belize should closely watch the period from October 25 to 28, as GFS hints at a possible low-pressure center forming near the coast. Additionally, the Lesser Antilles may experience strong showers and gusty winds during the system's formation. Back on the mainland, a moist atmospheric river is preparing to enter from the Pacific. From Friday through Sunday, Oregon and Washington will face widespread heavy rain, with totals of 100 to 150 millimeters, and snow accumulations over 30 centimeters in the Sierra Nevada and Cascade Ranges. In the central U.S., 2 back-to-back wind events with speeds of 80 to 100 kilometers per hour are expected over the next 48 hours, urging caution for truckers and cargo vessels. The eastern states, after the first storm departs, will see clearing skies and mild sunshine. However, by midweek, the advancing cold air will drop temperatures sharply. New York at 13 degrees Celsius, Philadelphia 14 degrees Celsius, Boston 11 degrees Celsius. Only Florida remains with scattered thunderstorms, mainly in the southern part of the state. with average daily rainfall of 50 to 80 millimeters, posing localized flooding risks in Miami and Palm Beach. The national temperature map reveals a sharp contrast between two weather extremes. Early in the week, southern states like Texas and Louisiana will still reach 38 to 39 degrees Celsius. But once the cold air moves in, temperatures will drop to 26 to 28 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, northern states such as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan will record lows of 0 to -3 degrees Celsius, the coldest since March. The Ohio Valley, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia will see daytime highs of 9 to 12 degrees Celsius and nighttime lows of 4 to 6 degrees Celsius. Notably, morning lows in Atlanta and Charlotte are forecast to reach 10 degrees Celsius, record-setting for mid-October. Climate Prediction Center experts note that from now until the end of the month, the national average temperature will run 5 to 8 degrees Celsius below normal, except for the southwest, which will stay warm. Ensemble models from ECMWF and GFS show a chain of consecutive systems over the next 10 days, from October 22 to 27. Two major storms across the U.S. bring widespread rain, wind, and cold, from October 27 to 30. Tropical storm Melissa likely forms in the Caribbean, and from November 1 to 5. Another Arctic air mass from northern Canada will surge southward, marking the official start of winter for the Midwest. Experts warn this could be a pivotal transition period, shifting the U.S. from autumn to winter in less than 10 days. Amid these chaotic climate shifts, what humanity can hold on to is calmness and solidarity. The Bible says in Psalm chapter 46 verse 1, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." May all of you, whether in the snowy mountains of Montana, central Texas, or the coastal plains of Florida, remain safe and strong through nature's upheavals. If you find this report helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with the latest forecasts. Every share from you is an encouragement for us to continue delivering accurate, timely, and compassionate weather news.